Hey guys, what's up? It's Trav again. Hey, I am super excited to show a new product. So Neoteric Designs, they make charging handles and some other accessories for the CZ firearms. And I happen to know the owner of the company, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey Trav, I've got some new charging handles I want to try out," and he has these on his website. I'll put the link to his website below, but we'll also sell them on our website. And I think these are going to be a game changer for B&T firearms. I think HB Industries, they make a charging handle that's very nice. It's simplistic. It's more like a straight stick out nub, which is super cool. But I think these are going to be top notch. So here's a comparison. So we have the typical stock B&T charging handle that comes on the firearm, and these are the new charging handles. Very, very ergonomic in the new design from Neoteric Designs. So these charging handles are designed to allow your hand to come in naturally, kind of cup the charging handle, pull it back real quick. Your fingers just kind of recess into these two areas very nicely. We have these serrations that your finger will just kind of lock into, and it charges great. It's fast, it's still spring loaded. And I'll go over just real briefly how to change out this charging handle, but I want to show you the charging handle. And I don't have any shooting footage right now. We'll take it out to the range here in a couple days. I'm going to test these out, put it through its rigors, make sure the steel holds up, make sure nothing fractures, which I don't see why it would. When I took this apart, it uses the original B&T charging handle. I guess we'll call this a nub for better terminology. But here's a comparison of the two. Stock B&T charging handle and the new Neoteric Design charging handle here. I think it's a game changer personally. These are really initially marketed for the rifle variants. I think that they would translate really well to the pistol caliber carbines. This is a APC9 Pro, chamber's clear. And so it's much more ergonomic, way quicker to grab that and charge that. I'm a huge fan. This is the first time I put this on. I put this on about 15 minutes ago, and I like it already. I think there's only upsides to it. It's sexy, looks good. This is, I believe he said these are machined. So these are not cast, these are actually machined. So let's walk through the change out on this real quick. Hopefully it is going to be quick. I'll pop out my lower pins. Pull it out real quick. All right. Now lowers off. Slide that out. Now we're going to take our bolt assembly and we're going to pull it to the rear. And as we pull it to the rear, we need to take this spring out because that retains this bolt pin. So we're going to pull this out. Spring comes out, and we're going to align that pin with that hole, and it's going to drop out on that side. So it's going to start to come out by gravity. It already started to come out. It's going to slide all the way out. That's going to allow us to take the bolt out. Bolt comes out. Now we can bring our charging handles back to that circular area. And I'm going to do this one. I just want to show this. I'm not going to go through the full process because it does take a little bit of time to pull everything out, especially the C-clamp. This little C-clip, which I'll show you right now, is a bit of a bugger to get in and out because it's small. And it's one of those kind of parts that's really easy to end up losing. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little bit better. So there's the C-clip, or maybe it's called an E-clip. I don't know. In any case, it retains the pin that holds the charging handle onto the stem. And let's look at this. Let's get this other one out. So this is the B&T version, and I want to show you a couple of variances, and I think there's some pros to the new charging handle. So if you notice on the B&T charging handle down here where the clip is, there's no metal here. And I was able to remove this clip while the charging handle was in the firearm. I was able to just kind of latch onto it. You can use a small flathead screwdriver. I happen to use these are called toothed Adson forceps. That's a medical term. And anyway, I was able to kind of grab into it and just pull it out while this was in the firearm. And I installed the new charging handle with the stem in the firearm, and I couldn't do it because this here. And at first I was like, oh man, that's really annoying, but it's not annoying. And it's actually a really good engineering idea, because the issue that you can run into is this could potentially fall out. I don't think it's likely to happen, but there's more potential, right? For this to come out. If I was able to remove this clip while this whole component was in the firearm, then there's always a potential that it could come out. Again, it's not likely, but it could. Now with this design and this metal seated here, it actually does a better job retaining that clip, in my opinion. As you take this clip out, it can be reused. Should it be reused? I reused mine. I'm not too worried about it, especially considering that the clip that I put back after taking out is protected by this piece here. And that's what I'm getting at, is this piece on the new Neoteric charging handle helps to retain that clip. Now, with that said, you're going to have to remove this from the firearm to put it back in, because you really need to have the charging handle stem opened up in order to put that clip back in. And again, this is a real high risk of losing this clip. So make sure whatever environment you're changing this out in, that you have a good means. Maybe put it in a shopping bag when you're taking this thing off, so when it pops off, it doesn't go into the wild or down in an air vent or down in the carpet, that's dark colored carpet or whatever. Just do it in a shopping bag. That way you can keep this clip and not lose it. And getting it back on, I'm not going to lie to you, getting this off and on is going to be a bit frustrating, and you're probably going to say a couple choice words, but it's going to be well worth it. Again, this charging handle is awesome. I love it. I believe these will come as pairs if you want them as a pair. On my website right now, because I'm trialing them out and they're a new product, I'm going to sell them as singles. And if somebody wants to buy two, we can give it like a discounted rate for buying two. But the individual price for these, I'll put down in the description. I know they're in the $80 ballpark. I can't remember if they're 84 or 89 or 85, and I don't want to tell you wrong. So let me just put the price down below, and I'll do some video. I'm not. Oh man, who's that guy on YouTube that? Gosh, I love that guy. Grand Thumb. Anyway, Grand Thumb. He's great. Anyway, I'm not a Grand Thumb. I'm not a shooter like he is. I mean, I like to go out and I like to shoot, but I will take this out and we'll test it out and see how it goes. I won't have any time trials or anything like that. But yeah, we'll try it out. And I think as an end user for B&T products, this is going to be outstanding. Look at this. Goes back where you want it. Your hand just kind of slides back, catches on that charging handle, and naturally seats where it needs to be and should be. And just grabbing it, I can get about 3 fingers of purchase on that charging handle. I don't see that getting really hung up on clothing, and if it does and it pops back, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's awesome. Anyhow, leave your comments below. I'm curious to see what you guys think, and we'll do some maybe some field testing with it here shortly. All right, as always, you guys take care. And drop me a line if you ever have a question on something that you're working on and you're having an issue with. I'm always willing to try to help you out, at least for however long I can do that. But our phone number will be at the bottom. You guys have a good night. Bye. This is way better than the B&T one. I mean, I would rake my hands on here. This is a K model. I love it, man. I think it's awesome. Yeah, super nice. So much more ergonomical. Look how fast I can do that. It's awesome. Love it. Great job.